I don't know if anybody gets this paper in their mailbox. It's the Bristol Observer, and I just was looking at the, I don't know if you call it editorial section, comment section, opinion section, something in the air. But I believe that this particular piece has standing because within the body of the text it is mentioned more than once Renaissance downtown. So I believe that the author of this particularly unremarkable piece of accusation designed it primarily to stifle dissent from a citizen that not only was exercising his or her First Amendment right, but his duty, I repeat, duty to do so, particularly in light of the notion that has not only come up short, and I'm talking about Depot Square, and all the arguments have been made pro and con, but I'm of course speaking about the con equation of it. It's a notion that seems to have gotten a letter from its doctor excusing it from reality, or at least a reality that is Bristol today. As in more apartments, is that really what they intend to do? Unless something has changed, and we'll see it afterwards during the presentation, I would welcome that. But in a city whose foreclosure rate is averaging 1 per day, that's 1 per day, and that's as recently as the third quarter of last year, 2014. Senator Martin, I think you know those stats as well. And also in a city that ranks number 13 as the most distressed in the state. But take heart, we're ahead of New Britain in that deal, and but we're like behind Plymouth. Has anyone gone to New Britain lately? At nighttime, or hey, even in the daytime? Okay, well I have. The town sucks. It really does. It's a cacophony of mismatched apartment buildings, residential, and most of it all in decay. That's the specter that is being conveyed and promoted by Renaissance Downtown with, by sheer dint of the extensions that have been given to this corporation, who hasn't succeeded once in a successful project, or even that supposed digging shovels into the ground. We're still backing with a year of extensions. It's unbelievable. That's a full year of maintenance costs, and not to mention the preceding 3 to 4 years that have taken place. And now I understand that 2011 seems like the distant past, but Renaissance Downtown was only in its second year of implying shovels in the ground real soon, repeatedly, always real soon, whether it be in a Bristol Press or the Observer, always next month, always next quarter, sometimes even early next year. Did it materialize? No. But this is at the same time when they knew, as they were saying this, and you're still buying it, as they were saying this, that they could not get two nickels rubbed together by private financiers, which was the original intention of this program, as you all know. So back to the reality. And by the way, if you call that transparency, I'd like your definition of opacity. But that being said, the reality of 2011 went to the credit of the city of Bristol. They commissioned an analysis, a commission, when there wasn't tons of dough to brand itself the city of all heart. It was rather brandishing an analysis that startled for anyone who cared, either from a socioeconomic point of view or even at the paltry moral point of view, that this fair town registered 41 out of 221 in terms of poverty in the state of Connecticut. That was a commission that was originated by the city of Bristol, by the way. No other third party was involved. Okay, so based on insufficient unemployment opportunities, or employment opportunities, I should say, in addition to inadequate income for people who are already employed, this was the basis of that analysis. And here we are in a foreclosure rate of 1 a day, building apartment buildings. Okay. When the commission, or the analysis that was commissioned last year by Anton Kane, indicated that $640 per month was basically the average what people could afford downtown. Now this is all going to be done at $640 a month. That's not what I've been hearing. So now in 2015, as wages continue to stagnate, falter, and for far too many are non-existent, we're faced with the specter of this outlier company nosing its way into whatever opaque change is left, all in the name of just getting something done. I mean, regardless of what it is, just getting something done seems to be the de facto force that's driving this program. Anyway, let me hasten to add that it again it's another example of socializing risk via increased taxation while privatizing profits. Well, if that's the case, then why don't we pull off a little hat trick? And I say, why don't we privatize the risks and publicly participate in the profits? Is there anything wrong with that? No. Consider it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.